Over the past 7 years, I've tried a lot of different creative ways to make money, specifically as a solo freelancer. These freelancer revenue streams have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for me. So today, let's talk about 21 different ways to make money as a freelancer. I'll share pros and cons, examples, and I'll start with services, then I'll talk about products you can create as a solo freelancer. So part 1, services. Number 1 is our tried and true bread and butter of basically every freelancer, hourly. Honestly, I only recommend hourly if you and your client have no idea how long something will take you to do. Why? Because hourly means directly attaching your time to money. Plus, it kind of penalizes you for being more efficient, because once you start perfecting a process as a freelancer, it'll take you less time to do it and will force you to bill fewer hours, which is the least fun idea ever. So once I started figuring out how long things took me to do as a freelancer, I turned them into packages with fixed prices, which I'll talk about in a second, but trust me, you will be so much happier when you leave hourly behind. An easy example of hourly pricing is just you help a client with 5 hours of creating graphics for Instagram, you bill them 5 hours times your hourly rate of $25 an hour or something simple. All right. Packages. Honestly, this is one of my favorite ways to charge because it is so easy for both me and the client. It's really important as a freelancer that you understand why packages are a good thing for the client as well. Packages are literally you, a freelancer, offers a set list of items and the client pays a fixed package rate for that list of items to be delivered to them. That's it. I know what I'm doing, my client knows what they're getting, everyone's happy. The only way this doesn't turn out happy is if you don't estimate and detail the scope, aka the list of items, properly. I don't know how many times I've met freelancers who create packages, sign on a client, realize the project will take way more time than they're billing, and just want to cry. You have to have clear scope. Super important. Get more detail. There's no such thing as too much details. This was one of the exact packages that one of my students had that I absolutely love. Literally, if you're looking into becoming a freelance business manager, use this as a reference because it's just so golden. All right, next up, monthly retainers. This is where I love arguing with all those naysayers that say freelancing is unpredictable. Not true. Because as a huge type A risk-averse human being, I swear by monthly retainers and I recommend it to everyone. I feel like there's a use case for almost any type of freelancer to offer monthly retainers. Monthly retainers are almost like a salary. Like the client promises to retain you for X amount of time or for X amount of deliverables per month, and they pay you that set amount every month. So a package has like an end date, right? It like starts in January, ends in March, but a monthly retainer doesn't. It just goes on a monthly basis until the service is no longer needed or they put in a notice period or something like that. And sure, some services don't make sense for a monthly retainer. Like if you design a logo for a brand, you're not going to design a logo for them every month. But you could get creative and snazzy and think, what recurring need does my client have that I could create a monthly retainer out of? So example, you could offer a monthly retainer for Pinterest or social media graphics, so they're getting new content every month and you're getting that consistent dough. So here's what one of my monthly retainers look like for one of my clients as a freelance business manager. It always includes project team and operations management plus content management sometimes for the entire month. It also includes weekly meetings so I can check in with the client about anything. This was the creme de la creme that made me feel totally in control of my freelancing business. It's so good. All right, now VIP days. Basically, they are an all-day intensive type of service where you deliver something specific by the end of it. Most business owners just care about results. They don't care about how long a project really takes. So if you can deliver a great website in 1 day versus 1 month, they're going to be happy because it's faster and there isn't tons of back and forth over a month and things don't drag out forever. So VIP days are, yeah, they're a big undertaking, and require lots of focus, but they could mean you're making hundreds or even thousands of dollars in a single day. Yeah. Thousands of dollars. There are VIP days that are thousands of dollars. So example, Quill & Co. Designs has a VIP day that's structured as a 6-hour day that could include a sales page, a full branding and logo, site updates, webinar registration page, or one of your other choices. Some VIP days could be as specific as like, here's a website after 1 day, and others could be more like this, where it's a little bit more flexible based on your needs and just ensuring that they are dedicating 6 hours to getting you something specific for your business. Now, most people that do VIP days do just a few a month because if you're charging, let's say 1 to 2 to 3 to 5K for a VIP day, that's actually funny. If you're charging 1 to 2 to 3 to 5K for a VIP day, you really only need a few a month to hit income goals. By the way, if you're a business manager, I have a paid mini training all about designing your VIP day as a DBM. In case you're interested, hit me up on Instagram. The training is only for business managers though, just as a heads up. All right, consulting strategy sessions. Now I'd say consulting is a great and underrated way to make money as a freelancer, but only once you have the experience and proof to back it up. As a freelancer, you learn a lot, you absorb a lot, you work with a lot of clients with a lot of different backgrounds. So eventually you're definitely going to be able to get paid for your knowledge and less your time. So you can choose if you want to do like one-off consulting calls, like a strategy session, or also have a service for like ongoing consulting monthly packages. Like maybe you're a copywriter who normally offers copywriting, and now you offer a 1-hour strategy session where you talk with your clients over the copy strategy of their upcoming launch. So you're not writing the copy, you're just consulting them on the strategy, and they would have someone on their team fulfill that. So example, I started doing some consulting last year, and it's been so great because it's way more low key. It pays super well, but really honestly, expectation wise, you do need to build authority to be able to do it. And again, I think you should only do it once you really know what you're talking about. And I also work with and hire consultants a lot. I hire them often for one-off calls. I pay them anywhere from $50 to $150 to $300 an hour. But I recently actually reached out to a consultant that charged $1,000 an hour as well. So really, just like I always say, pricing is super subjective, so focus on delivering big value and solving big expensive problems. The money comes if you focus on those things. Bet you haven't thought of this one. You can get paid to speak in people's masterminds or group coaching programs as an expert, as a solo freelancer. So example, let's say you're a launch copywriter. You can get paid to do a launch copy strategy live training in a course creator mastermind where everyone is focused on launching their courses. Another example, you are a digital business manager like me. I've gotten paid great money to give trainings on course launch strategy, project planning, operations management, and high-level masterminds. So this is more for my mid to advanced freelancers, but have a think about who could benefit from your knowledge. Think about training topics you could give, and I would get to networking and pitching them to membership platforms, to masterminds, to summits, to paid events, to any type of group coaching offers where they would want guest experts to come in to talk about things that they might not be comfortable talking about themselves. Now here's another fun service idea, audits. Audits can be a really actionable one-off way to give advice without having to commit to an ongoing relationship for fulfillment and without necessarily even having to do or execute what you're instructing a client to do. So some examples of cool audits you could do: tool audits, SEO audits, Instagram profile audits, sales page audits, operations audits. Honestly, anytime you feel like you come across a website or brand and you feel like, wow, like this could be so much better, you're probably able to offer an audit as a service. Now, the thing about audits is that they aren't consistent. Brands probably don't need audits every month. It's kind of like VIP days. It's a great possibility for one-off income if you're into that life, but it's not great if you want super recurring stability income. I actually hire people to do audits for me all the time. My most recent one is I hired a copywriting/marketing strategist to audit my new free series to make sure it's as good as possible. He made me a document of notes and I implemented them, so it was super helpful for me. Sometimes I just need like a credible set of other eyes over something I made. Freemium model / free or discounted trial. This is really only great for you if you're just starting out. And it's actually, I mean, we all have seen this, right? Like it's very normally used for software tools. Like Looms gives you 25 free videos before you have to pay for it. ClickUp gives you access until you hit like 100 custom fields and has limitations to your usage. This is kind of similar to a free trial from a software. You essentially give clients or customers a taste of what it's like to work with you before they commit to an ongoing fee. Again, I would only recommend free trials as an option if you're a beginner freelancer. An option. I'm not necessarily crazy about the idea of you doing anything for free, even if you're starting out, even if it's just $15, I think you need to get used to charging for trials, essentially doing like discounted rates, and equally your clients need to get used to paying you for everything you do for them. Nonetheless, if you feel like this could be a helpful, low pressure way for you to start getting clients, by all means give it a try. And remember, offering a paid or even discounted trial is also an option to make it clear what's included and what will happen at the end of that trial. It can even just be as simple as offering 50% off of your first monthly retainer to let clients test you out. Just be sure to blow their socks off and have a great first experience in every angle of your business, because you want them to see you as irreplaceable from the get-go, so that paying full price the next month is a no-brainer. Tiered pricing. This is basically something you can include in pricing packages or monthly retainers, and is there to kind of show a client that the more money they spend with you, the more money they'll save and get in return. That's some business girl math right there. You could either discount per service, so the more a client spends, or just add on more exclusive features that they wouldn't have unless they pay a premium price. Basically, you're showing clients that it will behoove them big word, to spend more money with you. So here's an example of how that could be broken down for blog writing services. All right, this one I'm excited. This is a pretty unique system that I haven't actually seen any freelancers do yet. I've only seen agencies and companies do this, so why not be the first freelancer to do this? This is when you have clients purchase credits or tokens that they can then use on a menu of items that cost different credits and redeem them within a certain time frame. It gives you that upfront income and gives clients the incentive to book your services at a bulk rate or discounted rate, and the flexibility to use their credits on whatever. Plus, you don't have to do a bunch of custom packages for each client and manual math then. They can just kind of pick and choose and use their credits. So example, a menu could look like this, and then a client could buy a pack of 10, 20, or 50 credits. And of course, 50 credits would be the best value for their money. And then they can pick and choose how they want to spend those credits with you, like picking items off a menu. The only thing is you'll probably want to set a time frame for the credits to expire, because it'll probably get annoying if you have lots of clients redeeming their credits like 50 years later after they purchase it, because you just know somebody would hit you up after 50 years. Seasonal offers. Small businesses do this, so why not freelancers? Example, so many people are suckers for Black Friday deals and are in such a money spending mood. So here's an example of a Black Friday deal you could offer as a freelancer. If your retainer is usually $3,000, you can offer it at 30% off for the first month to rope in any new clients and get them excited to work with you long-term during Black Friday. Think about your target audience and what kind of seasons they could be planning for. Maybe you offer an annual planning offer for CEOs in January where you do an hour of planning with them for $200 and they leave with like the perfect plan mapped out for the year. All CEOs are thinking about annual planning, and the fact that they haven't done it, or they haven't done a good job, or they wish somebody else would look at it in December and January. That would be a killer offer in my opinion. Now, this is typically great for project-based services or launches. Profit sharing, for example, you can help a client with launching an online course and negotiate for like 1% of profits from that launch. This is a great way for clients who maybe don't have a huge budget to feel like they're only spending money when they make money. So it's kind of a win-win as long as you believe that the product will make money. Otherwise, it's a win-lose and you're the lose. So please be careful with this. Now that we've talked about a million ways that you can get that, now that we've talked too much overall. Okay. Now that we've talked through about a million options for how to price services as a freelancer, let's quickly go through some products you can actually offer as a freelancer as well. You could take one service, take one product, make your beautiful freelancing offer suite to make sure you have multiple sources of revenue. It's a dream. First one, text templates. If a lot of what you do as a freelancer involves words, text, the written language, you could consider productizing it. Examples, launch email templates, Instagram caption templates, newsletter templates, and try selling those on Etsy, create a market on your own platform, or to potential clients that reach out but can't afford your done-for-you services. But realistically, you will need some sort of healthy traffic to sell these, whether that is clients reaching out or a website or YouTube or blog or Etsy. And since there are so many free templates out there, you'll want to make sure you differentiate how yours has directly linked to more sales and success for your other clients and is better than the free ones that people will find on a blog. Maybe yours is more niche and specific. I recently saw this girl who's making bank offering copy templates specifically to real estate agents. So smart. What? Like there are probably thousands, millions, I don't even know what the guess is, of realtors in the world that all need to market their services on Instagram, write newsletters, and you know what would really help them? Templates. Genius. All right, next is for my visual peeps, graphic templates. If what you do as a freelancer involves a lot of graphic design, examples, Instagram post templates, Facebook banners, YouTube slides, you can sell these pretty much on autopilot and you don't really have to update them at all, but there's some sort of cap on the pricing of these. And of course, it's relatively competitive if you don't have a specific niche. Actually, you know that girl I mentioned earlier who does the text templates for realtors? She also has graphic templates for realtors. Genius. It's so good. All right, next up is tools. Things like checklists, calculators, and Google spreadsheets, Notion, Excel, whatever. So example, if you're a freelance interior designer, you could sell a checklist that tells first-time homeowners exactly what to buy for a room. If you're a freelance accountant, you could sell a tax calculator for entrepreneurs. If you're a freelance business manager like me, you could sell an annual planning Notion template. I mean, just saying. This is great to make once and typically is low cost to fulfill because, again, it's a product, not a service. But like all products, it comes with its own unique set of challenges that you need to make it very competitive as a product. What makes this worth spending money on versus just using a free tool? You'll also want to make sure it's user-friendly and works properly so you don't have to man your email inbox like a support desk. Another idea, paid newsletters, like for timely or topical news on something like SEO, social media, the state of the world, the universe, something really entertaining or educational content put out clearly and consistently. You're still only writing that one newsletter, but you could make thousands of dollars per month the more subscribers you have. It's great for ongoing revenue without having to lose any time like you would with providing services. But this really only works, I think, for more advanced freelancers who have more knowledge and can share value that is rare and that some small group of people would pay money to have access to. Again, make sure this is valuable. Like, we're all painfully picky about what we put into our inboxes, so it's got to be valuable one way or another. Printables, workbooks, ebooks. Example, you're a freelance bookkeeper. You could sell a do your own taxes workbook that walks people through the process. Or you're a business manager like me, you could sell a quarterly planning workbook where you walk them through exactly how to map out their quarter and what realistic revenue goals they can set. You can make these on Canva. They're relatively easy to make, relatively simple, doesn't require a lot of high-tech skills as long as you're providing value. As long as the content is valuable, there will likely be a target audience for it. So for these, you'll have to make sure you make your case of why these are valuable. The internet is overrun with crappy PDFs. Don't be one of them. Now, workshops or mini trainings or even courses, these are great because they can be low ticket, mid ticket, or high ticket and pretty passive as far as the product itself. Any specific useful knowledge you have around a specific topic as a freelancer can likely be a useful workshop or course as long as it's not a hyper competitive topic. You could start out by, for example, testing a small 1-hour workshop, then try making it into a 5-hour mini course. Or you could skip all of that and just go full ham and make a 40-hour boot camp on your freelance skill like I did. I worked as a freelance business manager for years. Then I put everything that I learned into a neat step-by-step package, of course, and called it Digital Business Manager Bootcamp. Again, this is not an ad. This is just giving me an example, but warning for anyone who has been brainwashed by hustle bros that selling an online course is easy. I spent 6 months and hundreds of hours on my course, and that was just the creation of it, not even the marketing, the funnel, and all of that. So yeah, a lot of work plus free and paid marketing, lots of time, energy, crying, and money again too. So if you're interested, I do have a video where I break down how I made my course step by step, and I also have a little mini course, this part is an ad, about how to make a course, validate it, run a beta round, which I'll link below, but just please go into it with the right expectations. Digital summits and events. You could host a mini digital event or summit of some kind around a very specific topic and invite 2 to 3 other complementary freelancers. So example, let's say you're a freelance TikTok manager. You could invite a freelance Instagram manager and a freelance YouTube Shorts manager. The 3 of you could host a short form video trends for 2024 mini event where you each present for 40 minutes. So fun, so valuable. You can charge per ticket, sure, but also this could be a really fun way to build authority with potential clients of like, I'm a summit speaker, and sign them into your retainers because they're building trust with you when they watch that training you do, right? Because it's really high value and you did a really good job of it. All right, and of course, yes, you can definitely do YouTube as a freelancer. You can make videos around your freelance topic, FAQs you get from clients, like for example, for me, how to hire a digital business manager, virtual assistant versus digital business manager. These can be great to build authority and trust with potential clients, as video builds better trust than any other form of content. But YouTube is a mega long game. I'm not gonna lie if you're trying to make like AdSense money or do brand deals, but yes, it could yield some cool other results. Like actually just the other week, I onboarded a freelance client that found me via my YouTube videos and needed business management help. And now we're working together. So fun, right? Affiliate marketing. Kind of a fun one to just offer in general. If clients ask you for tool recommendations, use your affiliate link. If fellow freelancers ask for recommendations, send an affiliate link. Every time someone signs up for a tool you recommend, you get a commission or credits or some sort of perk. So example, I love Airtable. My hands. I recommend it a lot. Every time someone uses my Airtable link, I get $10 in Airtable credits. I referred like close to 300 people to Airtable. Hit me up, Airtable. So with those credits, I could use the paid version of Airtable for free for like 8 years. Huge win. ConvertKit also has a great affiliate program. If you do email marketing as a freelancer or you're an email strategist, you help clients write emails, you could recommend ConvertKit to them, have them sign up with your affiliate link and make that great affiliate income. The advanced version of doing affiliate marketing would be to properly have like a blog and a solid organic traffic strategy, but you can of course also just start small, right? And just think about the tools you already use and like, and what tools clients always ask for recommendations for. All right, so I hope you jotted down a few of these that would be interesting to you, but how do you actually start? Watch my next video right over here about how to go from $0 to 1K as a freelancer without sacrificing those precious boundaries, without sacrificing that precious mental health, without undercharging yourself. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.